And welcome into the start of season 2 of the Georgia Only Challenge. Last episode we did the off season, and honestly not a lot changed in between the off season besides a little adjustment to scheme, changing playbook as well for both the offense and the defense. We only ended up drafting 2 players, and both of them are going to be starting. We have a starting left tackle as well as a tight end. However, in that draft, we also traded for a receiver in Isaiah McKenzie and a starting defensive lineman in... I already forgot his name. Wynn, maybe? That was kind of close. Wyatt. He will be starting alongside Jordan Davis in the nickel package, and will also be out there as well as Gotsis when we go down to the 3-4, the base package. So, some big changes happened, at least from specific off-season changes, I guess you could say, additions. But we also had some injuries that have resolved themselves, and we're getting players back who did not play at all season 1. Both of them are in the defensive back groups in Eric Stokes as well as Lewis Seen. We also are getting back a backup edge rusher in Jenkins. So already the defense seeing some much better improvement, bigger improvement. Offense, kind of a horizontal move as AJ Green regressed. Then we brought in Isaiah McKenzie, and they're about similar overall to what we had before. The offensive line did improve slightly with the addition of the new tackle, so we'll see how well it actually helps. This episode, we will once again get through week 7. That way we can maybe make a trade at the beginning of next episode, depending on where we're sitting. Now, before we jump on in, once again, at the start of each season, I want to show you the draft class we have available to us. And this one is a little bit better than last season, but not drastically so. Last season, we had 8 total prospects. This year, we have 10, so technically a little bit better. But what is important is that there are 2 top-tier options for defensive line, and we could definitely use help still on the defensive line. There's a top 5 left end in Rod Hunter out of Georgia, 6'2", 261, looks more like an outside linebacker with that build. There is also Glenn Gallery, who is a just projected round 1 versus a top 5. He is 6'6", 300 pounds. That would fit better with our 3-4. We did just bring in Wyatt, so we'll see how well he plays, but these are 2 guys up top that we definitely need to keep an eye out on. In the middle rounds, there's a couple different players. Right guard Damian Logan, again out of Georgia, 6'5", 337 pounds. We have some aging offensive linemen. All of them on the interior are 30 plus years old. So that's something we need to consider as to when we need to potentially make a change, try to bring in some youth. So Damian Logan is a good person to have here. Don't know what his ratings are, but we'll be keeping an eye out on him. There's also a tight end in Donovan Weathers, also out of Georgia, 6'5", 247. We did just draft a receiver out of Georgia and moved him to tight end. We'll see how well he plays this year and if we feel like we have to address the tight end position. Over on defense, there is a corner in Jarek Craig, also out of Georgia, 6'2", 199, projected round 2 to 3. So in this round, I typically don't find corners that are all too great, but we could definitely try to develop some younger guys. I want to say our nickel corner, Chandon Sullivan, I want to say he's around 26, 27. So if we could find some younger guys of similar overall or caliber, then that just works out great for us. I don't think there's any day 3s on here. No. So basically after the 3rd round, there's not much for us to do. There's some potential undrafteds, and there again is no quarterback, not even a potential undrafted. So we really have to hope that Matthew Stafford stays strong and doesn't regress much. Speaking of quarterback, in between episodes, I did trade to bring back Jake Fromm, the only other Georgia available quarterback for us. It took a current 6 and a future 7. So we don't really use those picks all too often, specifically for this series at least. So trading those away, I was perfectly fine with. Made some slight adjustments to the roster to get down to the 53-man. Most of everyone went to the practice squad. There were a few cuts, but no one of much significance. So that is where we sit now to start Season 1. And speaking of start Season 1, how about we jump into a game here versus the Colts? They have Jalen Ramsey, and we're going to try to pass on them a little bit, keep it short, try to get, I can never remember his first name, the younger brother of Dalvin Cook. I know it starts with a J. Can't remember it, but we're going to try to get him involved a little bit in the passing game as well, and just see how the overall changes we've made really work out for us.
I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough, I wanna hate this, I'll go show. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do, so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move, so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who threatened it. Being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks.
And we will be starting off on defense. And I feel like that's the side of the ball that definitely saw the most improvement. So we'll see how well it does. Baker Mayfield, the quarterback here for the Colts, will find a receiver and will be close. They do give him the first down. And one thing I hate about playing against the Colts is every time they get a first down, there's what I'm assuming is supposed to be like the sound of Spurs, but it just sounds like cash chinging. Don't like it. But Stokes, in his first game playing with us, gets a loss of 3 here. Nice tackle on the outside. And they'll stay in shotgun. 2 receivers to either side. Miles Sanders is the running back for the squad. They'll get the handoff here down the middle. Nice stuff there by Wyatt. And I don't know who brought him down because I just saw the stuff. Nakobe Dean gets credit. So already seeing some of the new names here making some plays. 3rd and 11. Can the defense get off the field? Will be a pass. We have a bit of a pass rush coming, but not very good. And the broken tackle and the first down. Just a little shy. Lewis Seen gets the first down. I say a little shy, just a little bit past. So the opposite of shy. But first tackle we've seen from Seen, but on 3rd and 11, you really got to get the stop. Bunch to the bottom here for Baker and the Colts. Will be a pitch to the outside, and we are there. Carter in the backfield, loss of 5. We saw him do that a lot in the sim games, but in the watch games, you really didn't see him make a lot of plays, so really going to need to see both of the edge rushers step up. And where is the coverage? Broken tackle there, still going, but quickly actually caught. But down to the 23. Assuming maybe we were in a cover 2 there and Seen just didn't get over in time. He is going to be playing the strong safety role. And down the field they go to the 2. We're having way too much wide open territory. You got to be able to have some tighter coverage as they go empty set down at the 2-yard line. Okay, 3 to the bottom. It's going to be a quarterback draw, and Baker is just shy. Brought down by Jordan Davis. An inch or 2 before the goal line. Look for maybe a run here from Sanders. That's exactly what they do, and he falls in. Smart play by Sanders. Avoid the hit, just fall right in. You could roll into the end zone as long as no one touches you. That's pretty much what he did. Well, not the greatest first look for the defense. A lot of new faces, though, haven't played together. Some changes made, so hopefully that will improve throughout the season. Good first play here, Mecole Hardman. Get a gain of about, 16? Yep, exactly 16. Down to the 40, or up to the 43. Then immediately we'll go under center I formation, and we do actually have a true fullback this year. See how much that helps. Nice broken tackle there from Cook, and we'll get about a gain of 1. Is it James Cook? I think it's James Cook. Empty set here. 2nd and 9, 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Hard count, no one jumps. Stafford sitting in the pocket. Pass rush coming in. Got to get rid of it, but he eats the sack instead. So on 3rd and a mile, what do we have in store for us? Will be a screen set up. We at least have one blocker out in front, and we'll get something, but still way shy. And with quite a few games to go through today, we'll go into a little bit of a quicker sim here. Back-to-back 3-yard gains. 3rd and 4, they get 4, but they're shy. Do they punt it away? Do they go for it? They do punt, so we'll take back over And can we get a solid drive? Thrown away on first down. 3 yards to James Cook. 3rd and 7 to start the second quarter. A penalty on Tremaine Edmonds. Let's jump in and watch the remainder of this drive as we're now in plus territory. Down to the 34 following the penalty. I'm assuming pass interference. Will be under center. Run down the middle goes James Cook with really good blocking. Much better than what we saw for most of last year. Gain of 9. Drop back to shotgun. 2 up top, 1 to the bottom. Will be a pass across the middle. Caught. That's the rookie tight end. Receiver turned tight end. Not too bad. First play we've seen him get the ball. That is Glenn. I need to remember that. 1st and 10, about at the 20. Will be a run with some blocking. Plenty of room. Not too bad. Thought that would have been a little bit more, but still, really good run. The blocking finally kind of coming together here for us, despite us not really having any sort of blocking tight ends to help. 1st and 10 will be a stretch to the bottom, cut in, and good stop there from 52. Read that very well as we go to shotgun, twins either side. 2nd and goal at the 9 will be another run. Cook with some room in front of him, powering forward into the end zone. That is the kind of run we need. Blocking did pretty well. He had to break 2 tackles to get in. He did exactly that. And now with a little bit of momentum, can the defense keep things going here? 1st and 10 at the 23, Colts. With the ball, we'll find the receiver for a solid gain. That's about 14, 15 yards. Been consistent. Boyd, the recipient there. Baker only, I think, a 72 or 74 overall in the game now. Go with a run here right down the middle. And Kobe Dean there meets it at the line of scrimmage. That's something we saw that we weren't able to do last year, was get the tackles at the line of scrimmage. They were consistently a gain of 2 to 3. So if we could do that more often, we're looking pretty good. But the pass game is killing us right now. We do have some options as for who we could put out as the pass cover linebackers. We have 4 guys that are all very similar, but they go with a toss to the outside. And what are you doing, Gotsis? You get the chance to play, and that's what we see from you, running by the running back 3 to 4 times. End up being a gain of 5 to bring up 2nd and 5. Luckily, Sanders a little bit tired here. Will be a pass, quick pass underneath, close to the first down. I don't think the knee came down. Yeah, definitely going to be a first down. We saw that a lot last year with close plays. We just couldn't get them down prior to the line to gain. We need to get better at that. Another run here, and Davis just does not seem to tackle. He's always by the ball, but I've never seen him actually try to tackle the running back. Be a gain of 4. Lewis Seen brings him down. 2nd and 6 will be a pass. It's consistent. Wide open across the middle. Maybe we do need to make that slight change at the linebacker core. Find someone who could get over and swat the ball away, or at least lay the hit after the catch. They get close to the red zone here, 2 yards away. And there's the nice knock away. I don't know who it was. And it's not going to tell me up top. It could have been a linebacker, could have been a corner, maybe a safety. I have no idea. Another pass underneath, quick tackle this time to Kobe Dean. Forces a 3rd and 6. That last play was also the only incompletion so far for Baker Mayfield. But now under 2 minutes. Colts are at the 17 for a 3rd and 6. They go with a draw. There's Davis to help slow things down. Needed help with the edge rusher to actually get the tackle, but it does force a field goal attempt. Or not. They actually want to go for it. Heavy versus heavy. I'm assuming it will be. It's actually tossed to the outside. We have some guys out there, and we're not going to get the stop. Had 2 guys back there. One got taken out by the lead blocker, and Nakobe Dean couldn't get the tackle in time. That leaves a 1st and goal here. To the bottom they go. Caught down about at the 4. They'll mark at the 3. 2nd and goal. Bunch to the top. Boyd alone down to the bottom. Will be a pass here. And they will go to the back of the end zone where Boyd was wide open. They'll retake their lead. 14-7 with the made PAT. And now with a 2-minute drill, I'll come out here and run the offense, mostly because I don't trust play calling in this situation. And an instant rush will toss this one out to Cook, who will at least negate any loss. Now on 2nd and 10, a minute 21 seconds on the board. We'll spread wide here. Empty set. Go to the outside. We have an open receiver. That's Isaiah McKenzie with the catch, getting down and stopping the clock. And never mind apparently about the stopping the clock. It is still running. We're going to go with the jet sweep here. Isaiah McKenzie trying to stretch to the outside, and that is a very fast linebacker in Edmonds. But he does get out, so it stops the clock. We have 2 timeouts. 2 receivers to the left, 2 tight ends to the right. Would love to try to go for Glenn deep. But let's go to the outside here. Get Cook to the outside. We'll get forward. First down, out of bounds at the 31. Trying to be smart here with the play calling. We'll have 2 deep, 2 underneath, a little bit of play action. And they cover that pretty well. And we'll just end up stepping up here with Stafford, getting out of bounds after a short gain of 4. And I will be honest, I didn't even look deep on that play. I immediately had checked down to the underneath routes. So I don't know if there was anything open over the top. It's again going to need to roll out here, and let's just step up with Stafford. We have some space, get forward, out of bounds of the 16, just shy of 30 seconds on the clock. Seems like a very veteran-style game here, at least so far for Stafford. Staying out in that same formation. Let's go with the rookie across at the tight end position. We'll get forward, still fighting, gets out of bounds at the 2. We still have 2 timeouts as well. So on 1st and goal with the bunch to the right. Again, like I said, we have 2 timeouts. So let's go with a run right down the middle. And how about a second touchdown for Cook? Perfect blocking on that. There wasn't a whole lot of people in the middle in the first place. That is an easy score. Now we just need the defense to keep them away from the field goal range, away from a touchdown for just 19 seconds. Let's get this thing into halftime of the tied game. And we're definitely looking like we're a little bit off in that linebacker core. At half, I think I might make a change. Timeout used by the Colts, 15 seconds left, just in front of the 30-yard line. They will go with a pass to the bottom, underneath. Boyd once again, so far I'd say the favorite target of Baker Mayfield. Another timeout call. And now a little shy of the 49 seconds left. You have to take a shot, at least a 20-yard shot here to at least get field goal range. Pass rush will eventually hit home. Here comes Floyd, and there it is. Sack first for him on the season. And that also sends us on into halftime. So finally get a little bit of a pass rush there, but we need to see that a bit more consistently. Offense played decently well, defense decently well, but both sides could see some improvement. As we look at the board here, they're definitely beating us in the passing game. We're doing pretty well in the running game on defense. Offense, pretty split from both ways. And we will be starting off with the ball for the second half. So great opportunity here for the team to grab a lead in this game. Will be a pass on first down. Stafford chilling in the pocket. Will finally unload to the bottom, and that's the fullback getting his first catch. I want to say Reggie Carter maybe is the name. Not quite sure. Gain of only 1 yard though. Bunch to the top. This play, pistol formation. Will be a pass once again, cross the middle and deep across the middle. Isaiah McKenzie to about the 41. Matthew Stafford, 11 of 13 on the day. He struggled with a good completion percentage last year, so hopefully we'll see a little bit of a better percentage this year with a more balanced offense. And when you could run 8 yards on first down, that's really going to help out. So really hope to see James Cook really take off this year in the new scheme. Trips to the top on this play will be another run. Nice cutback, but just can't quite find enough space. Will be only a gain of 1. But 8 rushes, 42 yards, 2 touchdowns. That is not too bad for about a half of game. 3rd and short, empty set here. Be a quick pass caught. Across the middle is Mecole Hardman to the 40, and we're in plus territory. And this is kind of the game I want Stafford to have. You know, he doesn't have to throw the touchdowns. We're still getting the touchdowns, but it's a bit more balanced play here. Will be a pass here all the way deep down the field and almost caught, almost picked, but the ball just hits the turf. It was intended for Pickens. Maybe if that was thrown a little bit more to the outside, that might have been something. But 2nd and 10, just need a couple yards here. Pass rush coming in, got to get rid of it, but he does not sense it. Will be a loss of 2. It's the 2nd sack on the day for the Colts. They have 2, we have 1, so I'd like to win that at least. Will be an empty set here, 3rd and 12. Stafford across the middle and caught, first down. Isaiah McKenzie. And if I remember correctly, when he was at Georgia, he was a gadget player. So we'll need to maybe try to utilize him in that similar role. 1st and 10, high snap, corralled, handoff, gain of 4. Actually, gain of 5, even better. I do like that occasionally there is a high snap in Madden, but there should be a snapping rating because not all players can play center. Pass rush coming in once again, and the 2nd sack of the day for Barnett. Right tackle is struggling a little bit, and that is Sawyer, so need to see him improve. Left tackle, though, has looked pretty good today, and that's the rookie. Be a pass across the middle and held onto. What a grab from the rookie tight end in Glenn. Nice to see him making that kind of catch because he didn't have super high catch in traffic, but I like it. 1st and goal at the 9. Pass rush picked up nicely, but you got to get rid of it at some point. You can't just sit back there. McNeil will get back for the 4th sack for the Colts. I don't know if the receivers just aren't quite getting open quick enough or if we're just running too many long developing plays. 1st and goal, pass across the middle. There's AJ Green, and for his first play, gets us back down to the 4. We'll probably see him have a limited role this year. He is down to, I think, a 72 overall. 3rd and goal, Matthew Stafford waiting for someone, and there he is, back of the end zone. Mecole Hartman will get us a lead in this game finally. And we'll jump to a bit quicker sim on this drive. We got more than a few games to get through. Evan Ingram, 15. 24 to Boyd. Defense, you got to fix things a little bit here. And I still haven't made that change at the linebacker group. Might need to do that after this drive. See if it's any better for the remainder of the 4th. Pass thrown away. 2nd and 10, 8 yards. Gets him inside the 10. 3rd and 2. Okay. Defense gets the stop there, and they go for it and convert. 1st and goal, knocked away. Lewis Seen. Always switch it up. An interception, Tyson Campbell. Okay. Didn't see that a lot last year. So we'll take over at the 8. Need to drain the clock for sure. A field goal, at least make it a 2-score game. And nice catch to the outside. Hardman will be just shy of the 1st down, but not by much. 2nd and inches, twins either side. Stafford dropping back. Another throw across the middle and dropped by the rookie. Was in tight coverage. Seems like he heard the footsteps, but on 3rd and inches, I really don't want to be out here in an empty set. Quick pass and a pick play on our own players. Not in love with the play calling in the playbook, at least all too often. I haven't seen us throw to the running back either. But a punt here, good coverage by the return team, blocking by the return team. That'll set them up in good field position at the 43. And we have made a change to our nickel linebacking set. It will be Nakobe Dean as well as Monty Rice. So we took out Tay Crowder. We'll see if that's any better. Be a stretch, and technically Monty Rice got the tackle. It wasn't a clean tackle by any means, but stops him after a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, we'll go back to the run. We're there, and that's a good tackle from Nakobe Dean. Carter will help clean up. Will only be a gain of 1. 3rd and 5, 2 yards shy of midfield. Baker will take the snap. Has a drag across the middle of the Boyd, and that's where they go, and a good stop there. That is Monty Rice, who's getting a quick tackle, something we haven't seen. But do they go for it? They've been aggressive today, and they are going for it. 2 to the top, 1 tight to the bottom. Baker in the backfield will take the snap, and what a play by Gotsis! Slapped it down in his face. Also, we've shut down Chase, so I'm pretty sure that's Campbell. And we'll take over on offense. Gotta love it when the defensive line just slaps the ball right in the face of the quarterback. Stafford back to throw. Completed across the middle. Isaiah McKenzie, gain of 8. Stafford, 18 of 23, I believe it said. So a pretty accurate day. There has been some knockouts, some drops. So pretty accurate throwing. Good first down there by Cook. Doesn't get it by much, but gets what he needs, and is 0.1 yards shy of averaging 5 yards a carry. So really good. Haven't seen him much the second half. We'll look to utilize him more to try to drown out the rest of the clock, and a great run once again. 9 yards and passes that 5 yards per rush. 2nd and 1. Another shotgun run here right down the middle. First down gain from Cook. We'll also probably see a little bit of, is it Benny Snell? I think that's the running back we signed. Honestly, at this point, I can't quite remember. Setting up the screen, and Cook fumbles. Really didn't maintain possession for very long, but they say football move. And the guy with the most sacks for the Colts scoops it up with one hand. What a play there from Edmonds to force the fumble. Well, definitely have a little bit of drama here in week 1. Bunch to the bottom, another close receiver up top. Baker dropping back. Pass rush coming in, and there's finally our second sack, second of the day for Floyd as well. Just need to see a bit more on the inside, and I've seen Gotsis out there more often than he should be. We should see Wyatt out there, but we haven't, and that one is almost jumped. At least knocked away. I believe that was Chandon Sullivan in the nickel. 3rd and 21. Got to get the stop on a 3rd and long like this. Baker will go underneath, and if we don't get the stop on this, we just have to quit. But we will get the stop. And I would assume on 4th and 13 at the 28, they'll punt this one away. But you know what happens when you assume? They're going for it. 4th and 13. About 2 minutes left. They're down 7. And down the field they go, and it's intercepted. 2nd of the day for Campbell, and they blow the play dead? No knee ever got close to the ground there. Well, that's a bit of a ripoff, but still a heck of a play there. Jumping the route by Campbell. And actually, did that knee hit? Did I talk a little too soon? He runs it. Yeah, okay, I think the knee did hit. So I take it back. And yeah, I really have no idea where Gotsis is out there so often. We don't have an injury to Wyatt, and he is in front of him on the depth chart. So not quite sure what's happening there, but let's see if we could actually end this game. Nice pass to the rookie. Huge chunk play, about what, 20-something yards as we hit the 2-minute warning. And that also should put us in the range of Young Ho Koo, so we just need to run this one out. Time to redeem yourself, Cook. Make up for that fumble. Will be a run here to the top and then cut back. Good hit there from 7, but Cook holds on. And there's actually gain of nothing there, maybe a little shy of the line of scrimmage, because it will be 2 receivers up top, but we go with a stretch to the bottom. Cut in, no. Okay, well, a gain of a little bit. Forcing them to call their timeouts, that's probably more important. And on 3rd and 8, we go empty set. I would honestly prefer a run here. But it will be a pass. Stafford, pass rush coming in, and will be sacked, and now we're out of field goal range, which is why I wish we would have just ran it. Well, our defense has been playing well, but we haven't been able to capitalize off of their good play so far. We're still up 7, but we should be up more with the turnovers they've forced. Nice tackle there again, Monty Rice. Also was Chandon Sullivan in there, gain of 7. No timeouts left for the Colts. That's important to remember. Pass across the middle, caught, and that is down to about midfield. We'll quickly run up to the ball. Under a minute left. Baker in the pocket will throw across the middle and miss his receiver. Intended for Boyd. About a yard, maybe 2, too far out in front. Double A-gap look here for the defense. They will drop out into coverage. Only send 4. Good blocking up front. Plenty of time. Luckily, this isn't a field goal game because they're in field goal range once again. About 30 seconds left. Baker sitting in the pocket. Finally have some pressure arriving, but too late. There's Chase with the first down, gain of 12. They maybe have time for 2 more plays if they could run 2 quick plays and manage to stop the clock, but they go inside. Quick tackle, and that should be it. It is. First game we've watched where it has ended in a W. A dub? Sounds better. A win. We finally managed to watch this team win a game. Only won 2 last year, and that was on sim games. We struggled for sure in the passing game, something I think we need to work on defensively. Offensively, they did pretty well. Across the board, offense did pretty well. Just need to capitalize more, and especially when your defense is getting interceptions in plus territory. You've got to be able to put that into points. Some of that, I would say, is the offensive play calling. But after the win in week 1, we struggled for 3 straight weeks, losing 38-13 against the Lions, 35-17 against the Panthers, and 56-10 against the Jaguars. We then bounced back somehow with a 35-18 beating of a division rival in the Buccaneers. We will see them again in week 7. The next 2 games are going to be extremely important for us because they are both divisional matches. This is a very close division right now. The Saints are at the top of it, so we'll definitely be watching these next 2 games. Probably more of the Saints than the Bucs game. But I just want to take a brief look through the stat sheet here to see roughly what happened. Kirk Cousins throws 3 touchdowns on us. Stafford 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and he completed 68% of his passes, so actually more than Cousins did. We just weren't getting any touchdowns. Derrick Henry ran very well on us, 2 touchdowns. James Cook only 3.4 yards. Receiving wise, Debo, pretty good game. James was actually our best receiver in this game, which is what we're wanting to utilize him as. We want him to be both in the run and pass game. Hawkinson had a touchdown. Mecole had a touchdown in this game, but we just gave up a lot of touchdowns to random players just throughout. So it was just a team effort that just didn't seem to go very well for us. Nakobe Dean did lead us in tackles. Tay Crowder right behind him. We were in the backfield a good bit with 6 tackles for a loss and at least 1 sack that went to Carter, and also 1 split between Campbell and Thomas. Not sure why he was out there. Hopefully everyone was fine. But he did get an interception as well. So whatever time he was out there, played pretty well. And we made all of our kicks. So it just seemed to be the defense struggled. They definitely were giving up way too many points over these 3 games. As again, we quickly try to look through all these stats here. 5 touchdowns given up to Tua, and Stafford threw 3 interceptions. So that's pretty much all we really need to know from this game. Was a run game doing anything for us? 3 yards a run? Not really. And what about in the Jaguars game where we gave up a lot of points? And it was 4 touchdown passes for Jimmy G, 1 for us, also threw an interception, completed only 54% of our passes. And Jonathan Taylor ran for $150, a touchdown. James Cook played this game. I thought one of these games, I think it might have been the next game he was injured for. Stevenson also ran for 2 touchdowns for him. Jimmy G ran for a touchdown. It seems so far that the defense is the side that's struggling. Marquise Brown had 2 touchdown catches, Kittle with 1, and Calvin Ridley with 1. Isaiah McKenzie got the touchdown for us. But how about we talk about a win? 35-18 against the Buccaneers. At least in division, we could win some games. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception for Stafford, and he completed 72% of his passes. That's what we need to see from him. Rushing game, Sony Michel is the backup running back, not Benny Snell. He had 3.5 yards a carry. McKinnon had a rushing touchdown as well as Roger Carter. So not a traditional running game for us. We did have the practice injury to one of our offensive linemen as well as Cook. Mecole Hardman, really good game. We gave up a lot of yards to A.J. Brown. And Devontae Parker got a touchdown. Marvin Jones got a touchdown. George Pickens got a touchdown in this game for us. He will be out of the next game. He had a practice injury, so he'll be back for week 7. But just not very good, it looks like, from the defense. So maybe we do need to make a permanent change in that linebacker group. That's the only group that we really have some flexibility at. So let's take a deeper look here at the coverage of our linebackers. In terms of zone, which is going to be primarily what they run, Tay Crowder is definitely not the second best. That would definitely go to Monty Rice. He is, however, Crowder is better than Tyndall, but I think we make the change and we start Monty Rice whenever we go into the nickel formation. And honestly, he might just need to just start in general. More speed, similar tackle, hit power, block shedding, but has better coverage. I think we make that change and we give Monty Rice the start just around the block. So we'll also make that change here. And he is a bit younger as well, similar size. So we'll see if that ends up helping a little bit. But let's jump into this game against the Saints, where we really need another win. And we'll be starting off on defense, so we'll get to see if that adjustment helps pretty quickly. Under center, the Saints start. I don't remember if we watched the Saints game last season or not. Thrown to the top of the screen, knocked away and intercepted immediately. And that is Monty Rice. So play one, that change already coming up big. It was swatted away at the sideline. Jalen Hurts, the quarterback, throwing cross body, tipped away by our edge rusher in Carter right to Monty Rice. It reminds me of that Oklahoma State play, I want to say against OU like 15 plus years ago, where the guy dove out of bounds, swatted the ball into his teammate for the interception. Maybe I'm dating myself there a little bit, but heck of a play. We'll go right to offense. Under center will be a handoff. Cook stretches to the top. We'll get forward for about a gain of 6. Yeah. The only thing that would make this a better start would have been a touchdown on the first play, but we're at the 29 in opposing territory. So already a pretty good start. Quick toss. Cook gets 2 and out of bounds. Now, Isaiah McKenzie did come to us pre-game and was like, listen, I need more touches. We told him we were going to try to do it, especially with George Pickens out. It opens up an opportunity, and we don't get the conversion on third down. I want to go for it. So from pistol, we could kick the field goal. And that would be maybe a better way to try to capitalize. And it has the wrong tight end in. I swear if Madden keeps changing my depth chart, I am going to get very upset, but Mecole Hardman to the end zone on fourth down. Okay, well, it's not to Isaiah McKenzie, but either way, it's a touchdown off our first possession, and that's how you capitalize off of an interception. And if you guys decide to do this series on your own, watch your depth chart, because Madden has definitely moved around a lot of players. Julio Jones, the game of 7 to start. Pass thrown away here from Hurts, and another interception. Tyson Campbell will take right back over on offense, and we'll jump in to watch because we are in opposing territory. At the 36, 2 interceptions early doors. That's one heck of a way to start. Will be a run down the middle here. Cook will get forward, about a gain of 3. They say 2. He is at least averaging 3 yards a rush. Looks like 2, maybe 3 receivers to the bottom. 1 just off the line at the top. Stafford in the pocket. Will throw to the bottom. Came out a little wobbly, but it will find Javon Wims. I think it's Javon Wims? Pretty sure. He'll be in the slot today with Isaiah McKenzie going to the outside with the injury to Pickens. 3rd and 3, empty set. Quick throw to the outside, and there's a first down. And that goes to Mecole Hardman, who had the touchdown earlier in the game. So far have not seen a pass go to Isaiah McKenzie yet. If we get to halftime and he hasn't had any targets, we might switch him. And there's a target, but he drops it. Although I will say it was good coverage. But if he's not getting a lot of targets, we might switch him to the slot for the second half. Stafford on 2nd and 10 will go underneath, and it's just laying on Cook, but he can't grab it. It'll be a 3rd and 10. Won't be an empty set this time. 2 receivers to either side. Cook in the backfield. Be a shotgun for Stafford. Will be a pass. And across the middle and caught. Dropped, actually. No second touchdown for Mecole Hardman. We'll send out the field goal unit. Young Ho Koo to kick from about the 25, a little shy of the 25, so a little less than 35, maybe 34-yarder. Will put us up by 2 possessions. And again, we'll still just want to get through one more game. We'll jump to the quicker sim here. Be a 3rd and 1. And they convert with ETN down the middle, I'm assuming. Another run for him. 4 straight runs knocked away. Jordan Davis loves swats at the line. 3rd and 7, and Lazard converts. Going into plus territory. 6 more yards ETN. Conversion on 2nd down, and an injury that I missed. We might need to check on that to see who it was. I don't know if it was their player or our player. But they're inside the 5. 1st and goal, touchdown to ETN. They're clawing back. as we start our next drive at the 25. Be a 2-yard rush for Cook. Then 7 yards, make it 3rd and 1. And we convert, going to the rookie tight end in Carl Glenn. And that'll take us into the second quarter. James Cook, 5 more yards. 19 to Isaiah McKenzie, finally getting a catch. He wants 100 yards. We'll see if he could get it. Short run there on 1st down. An okay run. 3rd and 6. Pass dropped by McKenzie. I kind of want to go for it. I could imagine Young Hoku would be a little upset at the amount of field goal attempts I take away from him, but we need points. We need touchdowns. That's because field goals are points. Making a hot route here. Just want Hardman's route to actually go past the 1st down marker, as we have a couple different options, but no one's really opening up. Stafford going to tuck and run, and we'll get the 1st down. A late hit from 25, Gardner Johnson, but no flag comes down. Got to be careful with our veteran quarterback. You would expect the refs would protect him a little bit better, as they typically do with veteran quarterbacks, but nothing there. Stretch the top, good cut. Can't stay on his feet, gain of 3. And he's still sticking around that 3 yards an average, so need to see that improve a little bit. 2nd and 7, shotgun formation. Stafford, pass rush coming in, get rid of it. Why don't you ever get rid of the ball? You would really think Stafford, the veteran quarterback, would know when to throw the ball away, but he just sits back there and just eats sacks left and right. Gonna roll out here, one-on-one. He's definitely not gonna have time to run. Isaiah McKenzie come back to it, but no, instead will end up being an arm punt down to the 4. We'll actually watch this drive here with the defense, see if maybe they could get into the backfield, get them further back, try to get into the end zone, force a safety would be lovely. Down the middle they go, and there is a flag which might help us do that. And it will be holding on Mutai, so yeah, back him up. It actually ends up negating the play, and it's just 1st and 10 at the 5. So it's just a redo of down pretty much, and they pretty much get the same amount of yards on the second 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 6. Shotgun look here, 2 receivers either side. Love to get a pass rush here if we can. There'll be a run down the middle. We have some guys, but we can't get the tackle. Definitely need to work on some tackling drills apparently in practice. ETN will move the ball up close to the 20, but apparently a little shy. 1st and 10, double A-gap look for the defense. Gonna motion over the receiver, hand the ball off to him. He's clear around the outside, and we'll get forward for a gain of about 8 yards. And on 2nd and 2, trips up top. Will be a play action here for Hurts. Have a guy cross the middle. That one's intercepted again. To Kobe Dean this time. Try to get to the outside. Hurts will get up there, get the stop. But we're taking over at the 29. I would definitely say this has not been a clean game. Just led to the 10-7 score. It should be more for us. We should have 21 by now, but just haven't been able to capitalize as well as we should have. Shot to the end zone, and that is a nice pass. Goes to number 12. That is Albert Wilson II. Into the end zone. First time we've seen him really on the field at all. Well, I think it's time we try to get through a little bit more of this game here. Michael Thomas with a chunk on 1st down. 3 more yards ETN as they get to midfield with a 5-yard rush by ETN. Hit the 2-minute warning. 4-yard rush. They also had a chunk play before then that we skipped. Floyd back there getting a sack. 3rd and 15. They only get 13. Do they go for it or do they kick the field goal? They go for it and they convert. About a minute left before half. 9 more yards, Julio Jones. Throw away on 2nd down. 3rd and 1 and another interception. Monty Rice this time. It's a pick parade out there. We'll see what the offense can do. They're pretty far away. 1 timeout. Let's jump in here, see if we can get some more points. The player I really want to see here is McKenzie, just to the right of that bunch. See if he could perhaps get past the safety. Also have Hardman going deep, and he has a lot of speed. 1-on-1. Get the grab, get out of bounds. All the way down to the 32, and just like that, we're in field goal range. Still would love to try to find the rookie tight end deep, but just haven't had any routes that really developed well for that. Let's go a little bit of play action here. We're going to roll over, have a receiver coming across. That's Hardman with the catch. He's going to scoot forward, and the juke goes out of bounds at the 1. I will say, though, Matthew Stafford has been throwing some pretty accurate passes today. First and goal, 33 seconds left. We have a timeout. Let's go with a run and right through the defender. Helmet in the chest. And James Cook is in as we widen our lead here before half, 24-7. Let's watch the oh, you can't even really see it. Can we get a different view? Yeah, let's just watch this helmet straight through the chest of Jones. That's a good replay for it. Gotta love it. Let's get this thing on going, and I don't know what kind of craziness is happening, and we also don't have a scoreboard. So, Madden, you're broken. But what's new? 3rd and 3, pass thrown away. We should be getting the ball back. We do on a punt. 6-yard return from Jerick McKinnon. And I think that was the end of the first half. Maybe if I jump out of this and go back into it, it'll fix itself a little bit. No, it's still kind of broken. 11 yards will go to Glenn. 2-yard rush. 2nd and 8 will lose to 3rd and 10. An interception to Deion Jones. Stafford was playing well up until that point. 5 yards ETN. 2nd and 5 throwaway. 3rd and 5 another throwaway. So defense holds. They'll get a field goal. Couldn't tell you what the score is because I don't know. Continue here. A penalty will give us some extra yards. Don't know where to. Okay, it was actually just a 5 yards. Isaiah McKenzie gets a catch. James Cook with a little running. Throw away. 3rd and 4. We convert with McKenzie. He again was wanting 100 yards today. Hope this isn't making anyone dizzy. I don't have any way of fixing it. Javon Wims converts on 3rd and 6 with 16 yards. Harrison Phillips pushes us closer to the end zone. And maybe if we go into some slow action, it'll clean itself up, and it will. 24-10, about halfway through the 3rd quarter. We're down at the 13. Will be a pass here from Stafford. Open receiver is the rookie who gets us inside the 5, down at the 3 with a fresh set of downs. Technically, we're winning the interception battle by both having less thrown and intercepting more, but not a great game. But there's a touchdown for Hardman. We'll at least be in the positive on touchdowns and interceptions for Stafford. 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions as we take a 31-10 lead. And maybe now it'll work. Yeah, it looks a heck of a lot better. So let's start speed run this a little bit. See if the Saints can get down the field. A penalty will push them back. We'll get a little bit. And a fumble recovered. Wow, what a sloppy game by the Saints as we look to capitalize yet again. 16 more yards to Hardman, who's definitely been the #1 receiver for us. And we are in. Isaiah McKenzie with the touchdown. Maybe that'll make him a little bit happier. Young Hoku with the extra point makes it 38-10 as we start the 4th quarter. A long road back if the Saints want to make this anything. Irv Smith converts on 4th down, 10 more yards, and another turnover. 2nd interception by Nakobe Dean. Wow. We had definitely been struggling on defense prior to this game, but all of the turnovers have just been in this game. Maybe that'll carry on over through the rest of the season. 4th and 1, we convert, like that we went for it while we're up by a bunch. Touchdown Cook will make it 45-10 as we continue to speed run here through the 4th quarter. 8 yards Lazard, 13 to Michael Thomas. They seem to have a pretty similar receiver group themselves. Sacked by Leonard Floyd. I want to say that's his 2nd, maybe 3rd of the day. 3rd and 20. They throw it away. They'll punt it back to us with about 3 minutes left. Sony Michel getting some running. He is the main power back for us. 3rd and 1. Throw to Hardman. Converts. 1st and 10. 7 to Jerick McKinnon. Really spreading out the runs here. 3rd and 1. Convert by Sony Michel. And that is it. The most dominant victory we've seen so far. And what, off of 6 forced turnovers, I think? Heck of a game. And as these teams head off, I just want to take a look at the quick stats here. 7 takeaways. Wow. 259 passing, 129 rushing. With a 7 takeaways, that's the takeaway to say for sure. And we're going to immediately jump on into the second half of the Week 7 game against the Bucs. And we need a big day for Cook, and really could have used that pass completion. 4 of 14 for Stafford, 3 interceptions on the day. Really awful, but Cook has a breakout opportunity. He just needs 100 yards or 2 rushing touchdowns. He's at 51 already today, but we're also down 14 points in the game. We need a win. The Bucks, us, as well as the Saints are all 3-3 in the division. Technically, we're up top as we beat both the Buccaneers and the Saints already this year, but we could really use a good separation. Stafford will find his receiver up top. Give us a first down into plus territory. Trips up top, and it looks like once again it's messed up the depth chart and has the wrong tight end in. So it looks like I'm definitely going to need to make some adjustments here. And those changes have been made, but in doing so, I did find out Jordan Davis is injured currently. Hopefully it's nothing serious. As Cook gets the run, we'll get forward for the first down. Gain of about 7.5, maybe 8 yards. He's at 62, again needs 100. So if I have to play a little bit in the fourth quarter or something to help feed him the ball, you know I'm going to. It would be really big for his development. Be a stretch here. We'll cut up, and I probably should have cut up a little bit sooner. Will be a gain of 3. Because we also want to win the game. So if I have to help us do that, I will. 2nd and 7. Looks like a hot route. Or maybe an audible. We'll throw to the top. There's that tight end that should have been in. And he breaks the tackle too. Inside the 20, down at the 15. Comes in and already makes an immediate impact. Bunch to the bottom here. Stafford hard count. No one jumps. Will be a pass. We'll throw to the bottom. There is that tight end. Once again, we'll get forward to the 10, and I want to come in strictly because I want Cook to get the touchdown. On 2nd and 6, at the 10-yard line, we have plenty of space to get the first down prior to the end zone, but how about we get into the end zone? Cook can't quite stay on his feet. 3rd and 1. We will check Sony Michel into running back just to give Cook a play of a breath, a little breather. We're not going to get into the end zone, though. Please don't fall in. Come on, that's the one time I didn't want it. Well, looks like touchdown is going to get stolen away from Cook. Instead, we'll go to Sony Michel. We'll at least get on the board, although I'm not sure that ball didn't look like it crossed the plane to me. Why am I arguing my own touchdown? I don't know. But apparently the game heard me. Booth review. And as this view isn't going to help anybody. This view is also not going to help anybody, but he definitely looks down before he crossed the plane to me. So we'll see what the computer thinks. And the computer agrees with me. Give Cook his touchdown. So that's what we're going to try to do. Down the middle, right through the defender, and there is 1. He needs 2 or 100 yards. We're trying to make sure we get both, while also trying to win this game. And we'll focus primarily on the offenses. That's where we really need some plays to be made. Defense did a pretty good job of shutting out the Bucks in the first quarter, but the second quarter, and it looks like as well in the third, they've just steadily moved the ball down the field. 3rd and 1, they convert, getting to about midfield. 8 more yards to Swift, who's running very steadily. He'll lose 2. 3rd and 4. Interception to Kobe Dean. Finally getting his cover rating, at least zone coverage, above 70, and it seems to definitely be helping. We'll see what the offense can do here. Cook 5 more yards. 2nd and 5, 9 yards. George Pickens back in this game as we start the fourth quarter. Be a throwaway from Matthew Stafford. 3rd and 14, knocked away by Miles Jack. I think we should take the field goal attempt here. And a penalty will push us even further back. So definitely going to take the field goal, and it is good by Young Ho Koo. 4-point gain. Defense, we need you to get the stop here. Throw away by Ritter. 2nd and 10, 5 yards by Swift. 3rd and 5, Foster Moreau gets 16 yards. 6 more to Swift. 16 to Howell. 1st and 10 as they get close to the red zone. 3-yard loss will push them a little bit further away. 3rd and 10. Defense gets the stop. Offense will have to score a touchdown. And Cook currently has 88 total yards, 71 rushing, 17 in the receiving game as he goes through the defender here, but a good job of holding on is 96. We'll add 5 more to that tally, which would be 93, I think. I already forgot what number he was at. But we have the receiver turned Tight end to the sideline, but they say he doesn't get that second foot in. I am posed to disagree, but I don't want to waste any of our timeouts. So we'll run here an actual play on 3rd and 5, and he missed Hardman. He was wide open and on the run. Stafford just a little errant on his pass. 4th and 4. We'll go for it. Gonna roll. We have the receiver open this time, and that's Isaiah McKenzie with the first down up to about midfield. Again, we need a touchdown just to tie this game. We also need Cook to have about 10 more yards, should do it. And he'll get the run here with some good blocking, but couldn't quite squeeze through the gap. Still a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. 3 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock. We'll go with a pass play. And gonna need a step up. Stafford avoiding the rush. Old man can still move a little bit. Give us the first down at the 37. And also, this is a very good Buccaneers team with a lot of high-profile names. So if we could pull off a victory, that just shows how well this team has improved. 90 yards total rushing on the day. Probably should have subbed him out on this play, but we have the receiver to the... Oh, and it's intercepted. Are you kidding? What a play by the DB to come flying over. Stingley Jr. with his second INT. 2.5 minutes left. Our defense will have to get the stop. The pass from Stafford just a little bit too far to the right-hand side, but even if it's more just straight down the field, still probably could have been intercepted. 1st and 10 here for the Bucs. They motion out the running back. Will be an empty set for Ritter. And he could sit pretty easy delivery. Quick tackle will be a gain of about 6. And that would also send us into the 2-minute warning. Not much time left here. 2nd and 3. Need a stop in the backfield or at least at the line of scrimmage. Will be a run down the middle, but we aren't going to get in the backfield nor at the line of scrimmage. First down, and we're calling timeouts already. I'll jump in here with a defense just because I want to control the use of our timeouts. Try to do it as effectively as we can. Looks like it'll be a run down the middle here. And that's exactly where they end up going. And we whiff on several tackles. Luckily, a flag down. That could very well save the day for us. And a killer move there for A.J. Brown. Didn't need to hold. It's still a first down, though. We only have 2 timeouts. But we know that this team isn't the best tacklers, especially in open field. And that's exactly what they had there. Vildor comes down, gets the stop. We'll call one of our timeouts, but we need to save that last one. 2nd and 5. We have yet to be able to really get a good push up front. Also missing one of our better DTs, and that first down just might do it. I don't think there's enough time. They can pretty much kneel out the remainder. And that's exactly what they line up to do. Just forced a pass to the tight end. Looked like it was open. Heck of a play made, though, by the defensive back to get over and get the interception. Looks like they might actually run a real play here, though. So if we could force a fumble, we'll have an opportunity. But no fumble forced. Under 50 seconds. They should just be able to kneel it on out from here. Well, we were not able to hold on to first in the division for long. But we should have enough yards with Cook to at least get the development boost. So there is the positive spin for this game. And that game was really just full of a lot of sweet and sour moments. Had some big plays, had some bad plays. We get the star dev boost for James Cook. We also lose Jordan Davis for the next 2 games. It also moves us from first in the division down to third in the division, with the Buccaneers and Saints both winning last week. Obviously, the Buccaneers against us. They move ahead of us. We're above the Panthers, but we've also lost to the Panthers. So a really up and down all around kind of episode. But that leaves us at week 8. I don't know for certain if there is a trade we need to make. You can let me know down in the comment section below what you think. I think though we stick with who we have. I don't think there's any specific area where there's available players who we could make a trade for that would really make a huge impact. So I think we stay where we are and we'll play the next episode by ear. If we could really start putting some wins together and win our division, we'll be into the playoffs. It'll be a big difference between year 1 and year 2. But if we can't put those wins together and get our wins in the division, then we'll end up probably playing the rest of season 2 next episode. So make sure you stick around by hitting that subscription button if you haven't already subscribed, and make sure you take that bell icon as well to be notified of when these videos go live. State Only Challenge posted every Wednesday and Saturday. My traditional series with the Cardinals posted on Monday and Thursday. So make sure you check that one out as well. But until next time, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.